Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have my overview for episodes 23 and 24 of Star Wars The Bad Batch. Now, my predictions were off, which I'm a little bit disappointed in, unfortunately, but the episodes were just as brilliant as I was hoping. So, we start off episode 23 on Coruscant. Yep, the first time we've seen this planet since the Clone Wars. And here we are at last. And we see a Cantina 79 specifically. And we head in there to see a couple of clones talking about a conspiracy. Now, this is where I thought, okay, here comes Order 66. Nope, it's actually surrounding the destruction of Kamino. Yeah, they're going down this route, which I thought, okay, that's a good one. And then these two clones head out of the cantina after talking about this little conspiracy, and one of them's like, no way, can't be possible, and keep your mouth shut, because the Empire might kill you. Moments later, he was proven to be right, because some mysterious assassin shot one of the two clones, named Cade, dead, and the other clone, Slip, went into hiding. At which point, we actually see the Senate. Yep, the Imperial Senate. And it's the first time we've seen the Senate in animation again since the Clone Wars, so I was very happy to see that as well. And a very particular senator made me very happy. Rio Chuchi, who was like one of the main characters of this episode. And for those of you who don't remember Rio, she was actually in Season 1 of the Clone Wars. Yep, it's been a long time since we've seen her, so I'm very glad she's back, and as a senator nonetheless. Now, throughout these two episodes, she's been trying to help the clones get a better life after the recruitment defense bill has been passed, which it does look as if it is going to happen, which will phase out the clones and bring in the stormtroopers, if it passes. And Rio heads to 79's to talk to some clones about what they would want from, like, a post-retirement care package from the Empire. And she passes it over to Admiral Rampart, who somehow has a seat in the Imperial Senate. Don't know how that happened. And he says, okay, sure, lying through his teeth. And then, while just as Rio is leaving 79's, Slip does say to her, yeah, you may not want to trust Admiral Rampart, because it turns out Kamino wasn't destroyed by a storm, like has been said by the Empire, but was actually destroyed by an attack from the Empire, and I know because I was there. And she's like, oh, okay. And then he goes into hiding after that. I should have explained that first. And then, eventually, she tries to find Slip before the Empire does, and this mysterious assassin. Unfortunately, they both find him at the same time. In fact, Rio Chuchi's guards die along with Slip. But then, just as Rio herself's about to die, an old friend shows up. Captain Rex. Thank God. I was so happy to see him. As soon as I saw the cloaked figure, I thought, oh, here he is. He's back at last. And he ended up stunning this mysterious assassin, and it turns out it was a clone. Dun, dun, dun. What? There's something really strange about him. His CT number was wiped. There is no indication as to who he is, which is really damn odd. And then episode 23 ends. And then we rejoin the Bad Batch on the Marauder, and then Rex contacts them saying, hey boys, I have a mission for you. Please come to Coruscant. They're like, excuse me? You want us to go where? Well, Hunter is. The others are like, okay, let's go. But Hunter's like, ha, oh, this is going to go well. Not. And then they do head to Coruscant, very stealthily, because the Empire thinks they're dead, and they head into the Imperial capital. Ooh. And then they meet up with Rex and Rio to discuss this mysterious clone. Yeah, we don't really learn much else about him in these episodes, but we do learn that there is a way to obtain evidence that Rampart did indeed destroy Kamino. The ship's logs from his Venator, which is conveniently on Coruscant for a refit. So, what do the Bad Batch do? They go with Rex to retrieve the data. So they hijack, well, they stow away on board the Venator, retrieve the data, and leave, while Rio is actually in the Senate, accusing Rampart there and then of destroying Camino, because Camino was meant to withstand storms. Like the cities were all built to be submersible, so the fact that it was destroyed by a storm doesn't make much sense. And no pun intended, that particular story doesn't hold much water. But then Admiral Rampart's like, well, where's the proof of this attack? And just in time, Omega shows up with the info, and she gives it to Senator Organa, who gives it to Senator Chuchi. At which point, he gets arrested by Palpatine. Yep, the Emperor shows up. That's when you know it's about to go down. Then he gets arrested, and then, oh god, manages to convince the Senate that the clones followed those orders blindly and gets the Defense Recruitment Bill passed, thus wiping out the clones from the army and bringing in the stormtroopers officially. Whoops! Yeah, so that's the Bad Batch. So, it turns out, it was the Bad Batch that caused that. Uh-oh! They're not particularly happy. But at the end of the episode, we see the Bad Batch meet back up with Rex and Rio, and Echo leaves the Bad Batch and rejoins his old CO in helping other clones escape from the Empire. So, I'm sad to see Echo go, but I'm glad that he is doing something that is good for good for the clones, and will get him back with his old friend Rex. So I'm really happy to see how that went. But honestly, these were two incredible episodes, so I would definitely recommend watching them ASAP. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video on my overview for episodes 23 and 24 of Star Wars The Bad Batch. So please, like the video, subscribe to my and Roxo's channel, so link is in the description. My sub button is down there. Please click both our sub buttons and bell icons to get both sets for notifications. Comment as well, because why the heck not? Let me know what you thought of these two episodes and what you're looking forward to next week. Or if you want to say that for next week's predictions video, please do so. Once you do that soon, please follow me on my socials. They'll be in the link tree in the description. Below that'll be Roxanne's website. And lastly, please share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!